Thank you so much, Dr. van Gensen, for the very kind introduction. At least today, you didn't actually share with the parents that I started late. I was actually worried that you are going to share with that. I started schooling very late for a number of reasons that can be shared elsewhere. Maybe one of them is actually one has to look after the cows, you know. But you use that as an opportunity to develop yourself. I can tell you I had this Maya laboratory that when I arrived at the university, I was so good in zoology and botany because some of the things I've done them practically. And I still have that skill today. And of course, one must also state that I studied at Northwest. Then it was actually called Potchefstroom University, Versia Haua. You know, everything was in Afrikaans there. And I can actually tell you that I worked so hard to the extent that I ended up teaching at an honors level in Afrikaans. The point that I'm actually putting this is that it's your choice to turn a disadvantage into an advantage. In every disadvantage, there is an advantage. So use that for your own success. Members of senior management here present, deans of our 6 majestic faculties, directors of support units, our centers and our institutes, academic support, as well as support staff here present, local members of SRCs, if they are here, and central members of SRC, if they are here too. And of course, our guest speaker, Mr. Ntuli, welcome to CPUT. Well, I must actually, first and foremost, also thank the parents, the guardians who are here bringing this class of 2019. But I wanted to assure the parents that in this institution, we don't have initiation. There is geen ontgroening process at CPUT. We are not going to initiate. We actually believe in menswaardigheid, gelijkheid. So ons gee om vir die dogter en seuns. Program Director, I think I've accommodated almost everyone in my introduction. And I normally rely on the maxim of law if I have actually omitted one particular individual. And one of the maxims that is very close to my heart is a principle of de minimis non curat lex. It's actually saying in law that of small things, the law knows no cure. The law does not concern itself with trifles. It means that if I didn't include you in my acknowledgement, I'm sure tomorrow we will still be friends because that is so small, it's negligible. Scientists will talk about that aspect of a constant, which is so small that it's negligible. And of course, the second principle that I normally rely on is a principle called in dubio pro reo. That one is actually used particularly when you are actually looking at whether the case has been proven beyond reasonable doubt, because you don't want to rely on the balance of probabilities. Pratno made this draft process that is inherent. That will actually use this particular principle of in dubio pro reo, that when in doubt, give it to the defendant. So I think in this particular case, I will be forgiven. Your attendance here at the first year welcome ceremony shows your eagerness to begin your higher education path with us, and we are proud and grateful that you have chosen CPUT as your academic partner. In selecting CPUT, you have made a wise choice. This institution is one of South Africa's leading university of technology, or technological university as they are called, in the remit of institutions like Technological University of Dublin, Technological University of Queensland in Australia, Technological University of Panama, and of course, MIT. When you look at institutions that you wanted to emulate, we don't look in the direction of Oxford. We look into the direction of MIT. That's why we are saying, without a shadow of a doubt, that we are the MIT of Africa in the continent. Because what we do, we always integrate theory and practice. We always look at the expanded role in technology transfer, which is a necessary imperative for technological university. We are always seeking ways of strengthening our interdisciplinary efforts. That's why our focus areas, we are actually looking at innovation at Crosspoint, because we know those are the sweet spot of innovation. Class of 2019, I hope that you'll enjoy your student experience underpinned by our solid student services, so much that you will want to return to CPUT for further studies. We know this from experience because we are leaders in lifelong learning with very strong connection to the world of business and industry. We exceed as far as the national targets for participation by disadvantaged communities. And we are very entrepreneurial in our nature. This year, we received in the region of 40,000 applications for new admission. All of these applications compete for roughly 9,500 first-year places. Thank you. These statistics reflect the public confidence in CPUT and how desirable the university remains. I think as we speak today, we are close to 26,000 students that have registered. That confidence is also a problem in itself. Our success is becoming a problem because everyone wanted to be here, and we only have limited space. And sometimes there are issues of accommodation that we see flaring. Those are the results of our success. And we'll plead with returning students, new students, and parents to bear with us because we are way above the national norm when it comes to accommodation. But we are trying very hard to ensure that we assist our students either on leased residences or accredited residents off campus. But we actually go 360 to accommodate the students. That's actually the result of a successful university. So these are things that we wanted at all material times, that we don't want to have CPUT in the media about issues that are not supposed to be associated with this institution. Because, as I've said earlier, this is your MIT of Africa. CPUT is a relatively young institution, having been established as a result of a merger between the former Cape as well as Peninsula Technikons in 2005. Today, CPUT is the largest tertiary institution in the Western Cape. To date, we have seen thousands of students graduating. We have actually made history by launching Africa's first nanosatellite. If you go anywhere, I've just returned from Ireland last week, and of course they're speaking about Cape Town. But when they start speaking about space science, they'll talk about CPUT. So we are actually the very first institution to launch Africa's first nanosatellite that was named CEPISO and is still orbiting the space up until today. That fate was actually followed by another launch of the continent's most powerful nanosatellite last year. I think some of us were on holiday, but were clued on television that again CPUT was launching Africa's most powerful satellite on the 27th of December 2018 in Russia. That satellite is called Isolezwe, the eye of the nation. We have rolled a suite of new qualifications. We have revamped our campuses and residences. I think you can actually see when you are entering this particular institution, even the D6 campus, we are fencing it off. These are major projects that are ensuring that we preserve this particular campus for the next generation. We want to make sure that we make the environment conducive for students to study. We filed a number of exceptional patents. In a number of countries we enjoy monopoly. You can go to outlet like this camp, you're bound to find a product coming from this particular campus. Whether it's actually licensed, in Canada, you are bound to find micronutrients coming from this particular institution. So we are really living to our creed of being a university of technology, that we are actually in an applied space. We make things happen. At CPUT, giving back is an important part of our university culture. Through our service learning programs, we encourage our students to use their skills to make a difference in local community, while our researchers are urged to find solutions to real-life problems. These are part and parcel of the quintessential graduate attributes that we wanted to impart to our students. CPUT must produce graduates who understand societal needs and respond accordingly. We have always embraced technological as well as social innovation, and we purely subscribe to open innovation and not closed innovation. When other institutions are talking about spinning out and the number of spin-offs that are coming out of the institution, we also at this institution talking about spinning in, because we believe that innovation must actually be open. And we put a premium, not in terms of rand and cents, but we also look at the social innovation. How can we make innovation assist our society? How can we make sure that innovation becomes a public good? Myself and my management team are endlessly revolutionizing processes and asking ourselves critical questions. How can CPUT take advantage of the fourth and the fifth industrial revolution, and of course, the opportunity that is present? How do we storm into the reality of digital revolution, digital business, the Internet of Things, the weak and the strong artificial intelligence, cloud computing, etc.? We are saying for us to build one smart CPUT, we should actually embrace the fourth industrial revolution. And of course, that is going to enhance our value proposition and of course, our unique selling points as an institution. The innovations will help us lead the charge into this new era. But these innovations will be born in our high-tech laboratories, research facilities, IT facilities, and will-resource libraries. All of these tools will be at your disposal. Use them and flourish. Students also have access to a wide range of academic support services. A notable one was mentioned earlier by the Dean of Students, First-Year Experience Program, that focuses on holistically supporting all our first-year students so that they proceed to their second year of study. We do not end there, but we also talking about the final year experience. This is a type of experience that we'll actually conduct at the end to check whether you have actually satisfied all the criteria, and of course will give you the stamp of approval as part of quality control to say this student is actually having all the quintessential elements of a true CPUT student. As you begin your educational journey, I want to take this opportunity to encourage each and every one of you to pursue and to achieve academic excellence. We have, as executive management, dedicated this year, 2019, as the year of excellence. We wanted each and every one of you to assist us in achieving this excellence that we are yearning for. We don't want a negative coverage that we have actually seen about CPUT student that, CPUT student that. We don't want that, because this institution is one of the top institutions in the country, far surpassing even some of the traditional universities in terms of research output, in terms of the patents, in terms of the designs that we have registered. But to achieve this particular excellence, let me actually give you a couple of irrefutable ways that you can actually achieve this particular excellence. Number one, be accountable and responsible. Number two, work hard and smart from day one. Our academic year started on the 28th of January, and the term will end on the 20th of March, 2019. You should actually go full throttle from day one. Work hard and ahead of the lecturer. Read materials before it is discussed in class. CPUT, as far as the mode of assessment is concerned, they assess students continuously. They have this continuous assessment. So every assessment counts. You can't wait for the year end to make up for the last time. In Kiswahili, they'll talk about haraka, haraka, haina baraka. So you have to work hard from day one. Invest in textbook. As it's actually said, a good artisan must have the right tools. So you must actually have the right tools, invest in them, which are, of course, your books. Attend classes regularly. It is empirically proven that there is a high correlation between good attendance and results. Be punctual, whether for lectures or exam. Make full use of all academic development services that the university provides. Constantly seek opportunities for personal, social, and intercultural growth. Challenge your mind, exceed your own limitation, and discover new ideas and knowledge. Read extensively. You must know and understand the world around you. That's why we are taking internationalization seriously at this institution. Be involved in academic exchange program so that you are not like us who actually went abroad, maybe in the plane for the first time after you have actually finished your master's. But yourself, you must be part of the global village. You should be involved and be part of some of the international universities that are partners. Have a balanced life. Enjoy student life to the fullest, but at all times be responsible. Please underscore that. You have the privilege of studying in one of the most beautiful provinces in the country, and our campuses are situated all over it. Our Wellington campus is a home to breathtaking scenery and some of the most historical significant buildings in the region. Explore it and appreciate your surroundings. In Cape Town and Bellville, you are a short walk or drive from the best beaches and tourist activities. Stay in touch with your relevant student development officers and take part in trips planned throughout the year. Let me pause here and say this issue of domicilia is not something that you can underestimate. As I've indicated earlier, I've just returned from UK and Ireland. We're a group of vice-chancellors. But when you talk about Cape Town, everyone wanted to come to Cape Town. And you are based in Cape Town. So make sure that you explore that and be part and parcel of some of the activities that are subsidized by the institution that will help you to see places that you will not visit on your own otherwise. In conclusion, Program Director, to parents, hold us accountable. Show an interest in the progress of your child and contact us if you have any concerns. Together we can achieve the best for your sons and daughters, our sons and daughters. Thank you once again for attending and trusting your sons and daughters with us. To students, I normally say, to be in this particular hall, you have overcome so many. You have fought hard for your place to study here. And I don't take that for granted, as I believe in one particular philosophy, that nothing happened ex nihilo, because ex nihilo nihil fit. Nothing happens out of nothing. Out of nothing, nothing happens. So I believe that you have worked hard to be where you are. There are many who stand outside the gates of learning who wish that they could trade places with you. So in a real sense, you are amongst a chosen few. The opportunity to study comes with great responsibility. Do your best, and we will do our best. We wish you a successful year ahead, and welcome to CPUT. But please note, if you don't build your dream, someone will hire you to help build theirs. So don't fall into that particular trap. Thank you. My executive team will be very angry with me if I just say thank you, because there are 3 official languages here. Ek moet ook sê, dames en heren, baie dankie. Yes, yes. And of course, the large population as well of our management team and students, they know our language policy. They will be worried if I'm saying, if I don't say, siyabulela mawethu, enkosi.